My name's Joe. You may have heard a few weeks ago that after Daniel Craig is through with the next James Bond movie he's working on right now, that Idris Elba is going to take over the role of James Bond. You may have also heard that in an interview when Mr. Elba was asked himself whether he was going to take over the role of James Bond after Daniel Craig, he simply said no. But that brings up a question. Could a black actor play James Bond? Well, there's only one problem with that. James Bond isn't black. Now, before you call me a bigot or racist or even worse, hear me out. And you can call me whatever you want. The first James Bond movie was made in 1962, over 50 years ago. The character has been played by white actors ever since. Like I said, Daniel Craig has been working on the 25th movie. Yes, there have been movies where a black actor has played a part that was originally played by a white actor in the original version of the movie. But that was after a long, long period of time. When Eddie Murphy was in the movies Dr. Dolittle and The Nutty Professor, his movies were made long after the original versions with both Rex Harrison and Jerry Lewis. And the character had to be radically changed to fit the actor playing him, in this case Eddie Murphy. First James Bond movie was made over 50 years ago, and throughout the years he's been played by different actors. George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Sean Connery originated the role, Pierce Brosnan, and now Daniel Craig. I think it's obvious by now that James Bond is a white guy. You change him to a black actor playing him, you'd have to change the character in ways that would make it obvious that he is not James Bond. Now the current producer of the James Bond movies has said it is time, essentially meaning it's time for a black actor to play James Bond. What does that even mean? Why is there a time for a white person to be suddenly turned into a black person? And I know James Bond is not a real person, but in order for a movie to be entertaining, the audience has to believe on some level that the situations, the danger, the person that they see on the screen is real. Real people cannot suddenly change their race and personality. Imagine what would happen if viewers on The View, morning talk show, in the season premiere suddenly discovered that Whoopi is now a blonde-haired white woman. They'd be confused, perhaps even upset, and they would know right away that woman is not Whoopi. And yet they're supposed to believe that it is. Same thing would happen if after 50 years James Bond, white guy, suddenly turned into a black man. People would know that that man is not James Bond. Now, there's another thing to consider. Parents want their children to have goals they can reach. Black parents are no different. Black children, unfortunately, haven't had the opportunities that white children have over the years. When the first black person graduated from college, became a CEO, became president, these were huge achievements. The entertainment world, first black person to star in a TV series, first black woman to star in her own TV series, first black person to win an Oscar or an Emmy. These also were huge. There are also goals like being in a Shakespeare play or playing on Broadway, or both at the same time, that many actors of any race would love to achieve. And they can. When a black actor plays a part that used to be played by a white actor, what kind of a message does that send? It's kind of like saying, you can't be original. You can't create your own character. You have to wait till a white guy, or in the case of James Bond, several white guys, have played the part first. You have to wait your turn. Is that the kind of message you really want to send? I know your life can be a little hectic sometimes, so every once in a while, take a few moments, sit back, relax. For a cup of joe. Thanks for watching.